secrets we tell each other, they come out one at a time as they fall on deaf ears at quiet times alone, while we rehearse them in the mirror.
Happy May, guys. It's the first day of May. I just kicked off the month with a Pilates class. I took it at like a weird time today. It's like 3 p.m. and I went into the class and it was literally me and one other person, and she had never done Pilates before, so it was like the basics, but it was so hard because we were holding all of the moves for like the longest time as the instructor explained everything. It was a great class though. I'm considering doing more at this time of day. I was actually going to quit Pilates beginning this month in favor of some like different workouts that I enjoy doing in warmer weather, like swimming and biking and bar. They feel like summer workouts to me for some reason. But I had already paid for the month of May, so obviously I'm not going to quit if I already paid for the month. It looks like there's one more month of Pilates in the books for me, and then I will get to move on and do other things for the rest of the summer.
Constantly checking what we're about to say, really what it's worth. Is it our 2 cents, or is it nonsense? All these things that we've unearthed, but they've come from inside us, and we can no longer hide this. It's bursting at our seams, 'cause our dreams, they confide in us. There's nothing to be ashamed of. We're just being what we're made of, and it comes out in the quiet, between the times we speak, between the times we think we know we're right, between the times.
Barely filmed anything. The month has been off to a really slow start, but we just did our annual Girls' Day to Tulip Time in Holland, Michigan, and this is my fit. I got this drapey little top. Where's this from? Something Max Studio maybe. Picked it up at Marshall's. It's super cute and comfy, and it's going to be so good for summer. But it definitely has a good side, which is the side in photos. If I stand off to this side, it's not as cute. But yeah, I picked up this little skirt too. I actually might go on a little walk now. It's really nice out, and I don't think I've gotten my 10,000 steps today. I got a Fitbit, and it's a purchase I've been putting off for a while. And the thing that I am primarily taking away from that immediately is that I am getting 10,000 steps more consistently than I thought I was. I got some cute stuff. I can't show you all of it because some of it's gifts and stuff, but I can show you some. I decided I'm going to send my sister a Mother's Day card, so I got her this adorable To a Sweet Mama card from Amy Heitman. Then I picked up some paper goodies from Spring Sweet, which is another favorite shop. They had these little envelopes that have art on them, and I just think they're the cutest things. So I got this birthday cake one. I'm going to put it on my pin board at work for inspiration. Got a couple of cute cards as well, but I can't show you them because they're for people's birthdays in June. They did have this adorable flyer. It's like a combination, like local things of interest. There's an article about the history of tulip time on the front of this edition. And the back is just this like super duper cute inspo page. And I just thought that was too adorable, so I had to pick one up. I'm gonna go on a walk, and then I need to edit my vlog for tomorrow. But yeah, that's just a little catch up on what's been happening. I'm pretty sure nothing else terribly interesting is happening for about another week or so, but I'll just show little snippets of my day-to-day life.
Just being what we're made of, and it comes out in the quiet, between the times we speak, between the times we think we know we're right, between the times we're the door, telling no one what she's looking for. A little daylight walks through.
I thrifted this champagne bucket, this like two-tone champagne bucket a couple weeks ago, and I've had my eye out for one for a while. And this one was like $2 and then 40% off, so I got a really good deal on it. And ever since I got it, I've had this vision of old-fashioned lilacs, like filling the champagne bucket. I don't drink champagne. It's obviously just going to be for arranging flowers and stuff. We have lilac bushes, but they're like the smaller variety. They're still really fragrant, but they don't have the same visual impact. And I kept seeing people with like old-fashioned lilac bushes and wishing I had, you know, knew somebody with a lilac bush that I could plunder. On the way to the gym last night, I passed a patch of these flowers growing on the side of the road. So I stopped on the way home, picked them, and they look basically the same as lilacs. They're not as like green and leafy, but it was just like a lovely little blessing to find all these flowers for free. This wasn't even all of them. There were still a few left by the time I was done picking. I don't know what these are called. I need to look it up. I always thought they were called phlox, but phlox are small flowers that grow like close to the ground. So I will look up the name and I will put them down here, but they're just wildflowers that grow all over the Midwest during the summer. I think they grow out east too. I think I've seen them growing in Pennsylvania before.
Junkin.
right. I was driving along the other day and I looked over at this vacant lot and saw this entire hillside of damask violets, and I was like, we need to stop and take pictures. So that's what we've come to do. Me and Becca. It's like unbelievably pretty. It looks like one of those super blooms in California, you know? Strawberry cold foam. It's really good. Well, I have a lot to catch you up on since the last time I spoke to the camera. It's been like probably a week and a half. Last weekend, I spent a few days in Michigan at a Christian young adults retreat. It's actually organized and hosted by a couple that I know, and I think this is the third one of their events that I've been to. And Becca and I helped to run a complimentary coffee bar for attendees of the retreat. So that was like a really fun part of the weekend. We would open a couple times a day and just make drinks for free for anybody who wanted them, and Morgan helped too. And it was just a really enjoyable, refreshing time. It was nice to just take the weekend away and do some relaxing, and there was some really great preaching and some really good times of worship. On the way home, we stopped in Kalamazoo to try a coffee shop. Well, first we decided Morgan had never had mochi donuts, so we stopped and got mochi donuts because there was fortuitously a mochi donut shop right on the way home. And then we went to a local coffee chain called Factory Coffee, and it was pretty good. I got a hazelnut latte, and I wasn't crazy about it, but like the coffee itself was pretty good. And then we tried to go to a bookstore, but it was a very unusual bookstore. It was just like this one older man and his cat, and then this horribly disorganized bookshop. It was like very dimly lit inside, zero hope of finding anything specific because there was no rhyme or reason to it. But we were like, we feel like we're like Nancy Drew or something. So we didn't end up getting any books, but it was definitely an adventure. And then just throughout the rest of the week, I've been exercising. I decided to start swimming again. Getting better at swimming is one of the things that I have on my bucket list to do. And I not swimming because I've been doing Pilates, but I started doing cardio a few months ago. And my cardio of choice is the Stairmaster. But it's hard on my knees, which I've spoken at length before about my knees. And swimming is a very low impact exercise. So I think I'm going to try to swim a couple times a week. I really do enjoy it. I'm not extremely coordinated, especially with like breathing in and out of the water. But practice makes improvements. And I was thinking maybe I should look into getting swim lessons. Something else I'd like to do is learn how to dive. I think that would be like super cool to do. Like a not very useful skill in, day-to-day life, especially as I like don't have a pool at home, but it could still be fun. Okay, yes, it's loud enough. Yeah, it's good enough. Well, Home Alone.
I'm outside looking in. The locks are all different. It happened on the wind.
So I have checked a couple of times at Whole Foods for the Van Leeuwen strawberry matcha latte ice cream, and I showed that Beck and I got a pint of their other limited edition flavor, the mango sticky rice pudding. It's really good. So like if you have a Whole Foods nearby or a grocery store that sells Van Leeuwen ice cream, strongly recommend it. I'm still hoping to get my hands on a pint of the matcha stuff because it sounds really good, and I love strawberry and matcha together. But something I've noticed about just from that ice cream and also like just over the last few weeks, I have noticed every time I have coconut in a couple different forms, especially like coconut water, and even when I was having like the coconut ice cream, I seem to be having a slight reaction to it. And there is something called oral allergy syndrome, which is where you just have a reaction that's limited to like mouth and throat. And I guess after some further research, it can be related to hazelnuts and almonds, even though coconut is not a tree nut, it's a fruit. So now I'm like, am I actually allergic to coconut? I read somewhere that like if you cook it, it can reduce the reaction. So I don't know if it's like a pineapple thing or if it's actually an allergy. I should probably do some more serious like research and maybe get tested. I don't know how serious it is, like to have oral allergy syndrome without other, like I don't have hives or anything. I'm gonna be really bummed though if I'm actually allergic to coconut because I really like coconut. I eat it regularly. So I don't know. I'll keep you posted on what I find out, but that's just something I've been observing more and more. It's like every time I have coconut, my throat will be like scratchy afterwards. It's pretty unpleasant. I think my major concern is that if I keep pushing it and like continuing to consume coconut, I might end up having like an anaphylactic reaction eventually, but I'm not sure how likely that is. So yeah, leave a comment if you know anything about this. And like, we're getting down to the last couple days of May. It's been another kind of quiet week. Yesterday I did a project that I vlogged for next week, so you'll get to see it then. Really excited to show you, and I'm glad it's done. And tonight I'm going out to dinner with a couple of girlfriends that I haven't seen in a while. But that pretty much wraps up my month, and yeah, I think I'm gonna close this out here. I'm actually like trying to put this vlog up today, so I need to finish this up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this little monthly recap, and tell me what your favorite thing you did in the month of May was. And if you enjoyed watching, please consider subscribing if you're not already, and I will see you next time.